So some organizations might argue that self-hosting options are more secure than a SaaS option, so allowing them to kind of own it themselves. What's your opinion on this? Do you have any pros, cons?
It's a very, very, very tricky question, because the whole idea of self-hosting your solution adds a lot of that control into your team. But with that comes quite a lot of responsibility, in terms of you will have to make sure that you build out the capability to ensure that you can manage on a business as usual basis each and every aspect of the security. And some of it means that you need to have really specialist skills for it. What we do, we partner with international leaders like Cloudflare to enable us to get certain functionality. And that is, distributed denial of service that is looking at what traffic flows into our systems. Now, if we were to self-enable us to do the same thing that a partner like Cloudflare would do, we would need to have hundreds and thousands of people across the world that would be able to provide the same capability. But now, because we know that this is a trusted provider, we can do our due diligence, we can vet them. But because they're a trusted provider, we know that we get all that capability that they bring to that specialist field and add it to our own expertise. And that means that we can take our expertise and focus it on something else that is important for us to actually build out security somewhere else. And we know that from this point of view, all we need to do is make sure that our provider is secure. What we also try to always do in terms of what we use vendors for is we make sure our vendors are all aligning to our security practices. So we will engage vendors that's also ISO 27001 certified, or has SOC reports for us to provide, that we can review what they do and how good their practices are. As long as you align the practices of your vendor to the practices you want to do in security, you in a way transfer a lot of that risk out, so that you can actually use your trusted provider to handle a lot of these things there with the expertise they bring to the table. In the same way, we provide a secure service and ensure that we have the assurance to provide our customers in terms of the security practices as part of the digital experiences platform.
Sort of a common mistake to think that security is done as a point in time sort of thing. So just sort of echoing what Martin said as well. I mean, we take security seriously. We have a security team, but we don't do it all, right? Like we leverage vendors as well. To sort of get that boost of security and make sure that we can focus our time and our where it's better invested. So you may have a security team, but trying to take care of that entire platform, the whole platform level, plus your experience, plus the delivery layer as well, it's quite a lot of effort. So the threat landscape is constantly changing as well. So it's not just about secure it now, it's also about keeping that up to date, keeping yourself up to date, but then keeping your platform up to date with all of those security improvements as well. So the same way that we leverage vendors who are thinking about this day to day at this sort of level, we'd recommend that you build on a platform and use a vendor, whether it's a SaaS platform, something like that, so that you can leverage all the work that we've done and you sort of built on that secure base.